Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm in Louisville, back at Scotty's place, and we're doing some more bodywork stuff to my car. So I mentioned in another video that I'd picked up a bumper from Japan, and it needs a lot of work. I'm going to show you through all of the stuff that needs fixing on it, and then Scotty will talk through the process of how he's going to fix it. But before we do that, we have the Q45, which is now a stock body high radius car. And still needs a lot of work, but it's getting closer and it does look fucking sick. And as you can tell, it's completely on the ground. It's ridiculous. Cannot wait to see this thing return. Let me show you this bumper. All right, so I picked up a Vlene bumper, which if you guys aren't familiar with Vlene, Japanese based, they make a bunch of aero parts for a bunch of different cars. They're still making parts now for new cars, Mercedes and all sorts of cool stuff. But this is a very old bumper, and I don't know the origins of it, but I bought it off of a buddy who's been holding it for me for a long time. And usually these bumpers come with slats that come through this like center grill piece, and these have been removed, and then the plate recess right here has been sealed too. But as you can tell, it's a little broken. So yeah, here it is. Kind of hard to tell the differences when I don't have another bumper to show you, like the OEM one, but it's very different. There's obviously no lip on this, but it sits just as low. I think it's actually lower than the OEM with the lip. But yeah, this thing's fiberglass, so it makes it super easy for us to work with. When we last did the work on my OEM one, it sucked, but yeah, there's big cracks and splits right here. This is separated right here. Tons of imperfections in like the primer and stuff, and then these corners have, well, they're non-existent, so those are going to be rebuilt. But other than that, it's pretty good. It's not hopefully going to be too much work to get it looking good again. And if you guys are wondering what this thing looks like on my car, it's not on the car right now, but you can go to my Instagram at LEP_LS400 and see some pictures of it on there. But it looks really good. It changes the front end like entirely. So I'm gonna pass you to Scotty and he'll explain the processes of what he's gonna be doing.
May not want this part on camera.
I don't care.
As I bang on your fiberglass bumper with a hammer. Basically, someone tried to do a half-ass repair on this and slammed some AutoZone Bondo in there. So I am in the process of taking that back out. I'm going to clean up the cracks, give them a little bit of a gap, and then I'm going to rough up the inside, put some fiberglass on, get ready to put some body filler back on the front side. That's basically all we got to do with this, and I got to repair the corners, but it's all the same process, so pretty straightforward and simple. We're ready to get at it. Again, not the preferred method, but this stuff was on there pretty good, so I'm having to use whatever methods I have to bust it up, but we got it pretty good here. Basically, I'm going to take this, and it's a couple pieces. This stuff's super fucking itchy too. All right, we're going to pause for that. So like as I was saying, we're going to tear these apart. But I want to get it a lot thinner than what it is. For that little crack he's got, I want to go at least about 6 inches or so on either side of the crack. I'm going to separate these, try to get them a little bit thinner. It makes it easier to kind of work with and bond back together better. All right, well that's not working right. Anyway, that's about how wide I'm going to go, both sides. Obviously, I would prefer some air tools or power tools when doing this, but as you can tell, we're not in a shop. So I'm having to do a lot of this by hand. All right, so me and Liam were just talking about all this gunk and buildup from where they pulled the weather stripping off and left the old glue and just primered over it. And he was talking about how much of a pain in the ass it is to get off. And I was saying, yeah, that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize when they take their car into a shop This is the kind of thing that you're dealing with most of the time. Like, if this were to be brought in to the shop with the weather stripping on, I would have to peel the weather stripping, remove all this glue and excess adhesive stuff or whatever, and get it back down to like I'm doing now anyway, just to be able to paint it. It's not something you can just tape up and leave on and paint around or anything. It all has to be removed and cleaned out, and it's a pain in the butt. Those were my arches. Did you just wake up? I feel like this when I just wake up sometimes too. Sorry, we gotta fix all that anyway. 24 drops of liquid hardener to 2 ounces of fiberglass resin. So that kit come in 2-ounce packs. I don't even have to measure it out. 24 drops. We're good to go. Right now we're just prepping the area for fiberglass resin. I'm giving it a good wipe down. Now, some kind of prep wipe that came in the kit, so. It's like one of those oddly satisfying videos. Sing it, Asher. Boom! Oh, we did one too many drips. Oh no. It's gonna harden up too fast. Too much drip, bro. Can't help it, bro. I got too much drip. Just coating the damaged area a little bit. Be careful. Need some more drip. It depends. Usually it depends on how much hardener and stuff like that you use. But I did it correctly because I followed the directions, which I guess I normally don't do, but it should be pretty quick. Fiberglass usually is pretty quick. I mean, it's getting sticky and stuff already. I'm running out of the, so 2 ounces isn't as much as I thought it was gonna be.
No.
But I'm about to stack this crack a little bit. Yes, sir? What is it? Come here. You're gonna be sweet. Say hello. Obviously, I'll clean all this up, sand it down like I did the other one. I'm gonna cut this crack out all the way down the line of the crack. Follow the crack, cut it out, give me just a little bit of a gap. And then for this area here, I'll take the tape and I will tape it from the outside and form it. And then I will lay the fiberglass to it because I usually don't stick to the tape. So I'll be able to peel the tape and it'll be fiberglass. Same kind of situation as down there, and I'll just. No. Yeah, wait, tell them what you're gonna do. Put some tape on here. Yeah. Yeah. Look, and then I'll fiberglass the inside of this little crack right there. Peel the tape. Put a little bit of filler on the outside. That's pretty much it. It is not in bad shape. It has a small crack right here. Just basically where you can see where it's busted though. I mean, that just fixing it with filler is probably not going to do anything again. If you air out on it, it might re-crack again right there, but.
That's a good point. That's what I'm worried about.
But I mean, there's not much I could do to defend it. Like I could put a little bit of fiberglass back here and fill it back in, but it could still do the same thing. It's a weak point just because of where it's at. Or not a weak point, but a stress point, I guess. You're not going to the car with that hammer. You gonna go beat the car up? Yeah. Yeah? Oh, you gonna beat me up? Yes, sir. All right, we'll go bye-bye because we have 1 to 1.5 hours to wait for the mat and resin to cure. It's been about 1 hour and 15 minutes, I think. Still a little tacky and wet to the touch. but it's a bit colder than it's probably supposed to be on the back of the box or whatever, but I can take this stuff off and it'll be one piece now. Yeah, basically, and then all that'll just get filled back in and smoothed away.
The top right here? What do you do?
Well, see, there's a good bit of filler if you look at it from this side. Yeah, so it's already built up pretty good there.
Focus, fuck me. Yeah, it's pretty thick.
So yeah, I'll be able to thin that back down and then smooth it all back out. Next, we'll use this short strand fiberglass body filler. Basically, it's got
Bondo, but it has like the kitty hair.
a bunch of short strand hairs of this. Yep, just mixed all up in. Much stronger. Pretty good. This is what I want to get rid of, is all this trash. Can you say OG? Can you say static god? You inherit. Yeah, you're the static god. These are your inheritance right here. 10.5-inch lips, bud. 10.5-inch lips. That's what you get. I don't think I'm gonna enter any shows.
No?
No, I mean, yeah, I don't mean booth car or something like that's maybe different, but I'm not registering or applying or trying to get an award for anything. I don't care about any of that. No, I do want to go to shows though. I do miss going to shows with a car, driving in, all that.
Simple and clean. I think that's a realistic thing to have this by Simple and Clean.
Yeah, I'd have to trailer it down there again probably. Let's see, we can crank her up.
Right now?
Yeah. My bad. Yeah, it's pretty rich. It could be, but I think most of it's oil. She cranks up though. Just waiting on that to dry up a little bit more. We can put some filler on it tomorrow. See how at least that section's looking. And go from there. Dap, give him knuckles.
There you go.
We're back the next morning. A little chilly, but not too bad. It's hardened up now. She's solid. For a minute. Yeah. Not the preferred sander, but it's working for now. I feel like Bob Ross. Today, we're going to paint a beautiful scenery. You're just gonna mix it up there and just mix it up. However you like to do it at home, you just mix it up. I feel like I'm mixing Mr. Rogers in a little bit too. Really, I'm just trying to fill that seam with it. Yes, sir? I love you. Yeah. I love you. What? I love you? What? I love you. Asher. Asher. No. Yes. What? I love you. Yep. I love you. Huh? I love you.
Oh, bye.
I can hold you. What? I love you. Well, it's a little colder than normal, so it won't dry as fast, but I'd say 30 minutes to an hour. Probably less, but 30 minutes to an hour it'll be dry. Well, it's good and hard now, so I can begin to sand this before I put the next layer of filler on. Already getting a good basic shape of it. Won't be too hard now. Forgive me, I'm getting over a cold that one gave me. You gave me a cold. We sanded it down. Now it's ready for the next layer of filler. Right? So thumbs up. Subscribe.
All right, so that is pretty much going to conclude today's video. I would stay here for the entire process and show you everything, but I don't live here in Louisville. I'm like 2 hours away from here, so we got done what we could this weekend, and then I'll be back to pick up the bumper in a couple of weeks. So because I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to this stuff, but hopefully the more that I'm able to like come here and just watch you do this shit, I'll figure it out, and maybe next time if I destroy this bumper, I'll give it a go doing it myself. But as you can see, this crack is almost squared away. It just needs another layer, right? But she's solid and decently smooth, actually. I mean, you can still see like the little piece there, but that'll be covered up. And then obviously the rest of this still needs to be taken care of, but it's gonna be back to new pretty soon. And stay tuned for another video, probably in hopefully a couple of weeks. I'll come back and be able to get this. I don't know if you get done with it, I may have Destin just come and grab the bumper from you so you can just take it straight to paint. Because if we can go from this to being fully painted and on the car immediately, it would look sick. So.
Would you bring fog lights with you?
Like the oh shit. Yeah, well that fiberglass looks way different from this morning. Like
it's got some dust on there. It all looks
yeah, like right there, but like that looks pretty much the same as the rest of this. Yeah, if you want to know how to fix a fiberglass bumper, that is somewhat how you do it. It's a lot easier than fixing OEM bumpers, that's for sure. If you guys watched the previous video when we were working on my OEM bumper, doing the like shave and smoothing it over and everything, that was a huge pain in the ass. The like ABS plastic or whatever they make it out of is just horrible to work with. And fiberglass is super, super easy. Sure, it destroys a lot faster than ABS does because it doesn't flex, but the trade-off is that it's easy as fuck. Like, fixing that is not that difficult. I feel like I'm saying that very cocky because I have never done it, but from what it seems like it's a lot easier to deal with than ABS, but yeah. Here's the bumper. I cannot wait to get this thing finished up and on the car. And if you guys are in the LS400 community and you know of someone selling or someone that has a rear bumper or a rear lip, please send them my way. I desperately need one. It's like the one thing that the car needs aero-wise to finish it off. I can't find shit right now, and me and Scotty have been talking. Maybe we'll end up doing some kind of a extended OEM bumper retrofit deal. A lot of people do extended bumpers on these cars. I've seen some that are really badly done. I don't know, if I'm gonna do it, I feel like I wanna do something like kind of different with it, do like a little inlet piece for the exhaust, kind of like the aim gain bumper is, but I don't know. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you whenever the fuck.